That's a deportable offense for this person. And if that's the case, that's something that's on the Secretary of State's office for allowing that offense to happen because that person was registered to vote.
Tonight, Secretary of State Jesse White's office is explaining how hundreds of non-citizens could have ended up voting illegally in the 2018 election. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. A letter from Secretary White's office admits it inadvertently registered 574 non-U.S. citizens to vote. Illinois House Republicans are now calling for investigative hearings at the State House to get to the bottom of it. WCIA3's Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell live in Springfield tonight. So Mark, what more can you tell us about how this happened?
Jessica, we know that the non-citizens that were registered to vote are here legally. That means these are not undocumented immigrants, and we know they did not attempt to lie or deceive the state. It was the state who registered them to vote. The Secretary of State's office assures me tonight that this incident is isolated, the problem is under control, and the problem is relatively small compared to the 600,000 people who have been automatically registered to vote. But that was little consolation to House Republicans who lost key races in 2018 and who previously warned that something like this could one day happen.
Per the Secretary of State's letter, this has been a problem since July 2nd of 2018. So that means there are potentially people who are registered to vote before the 2018 midterm elections that may have voted in the midterm election.
A spokesman for the State Board of Elections confirmed, quote, "We do know that some of the 574 non-citizens voted in 2018. A letter from the Secretary of State's office blamed a programming error in the signature pad at the counter at the DMV.
For whatever reason, that technological programming error did not properly remove the individuals who were applying for a driver's license were inadvertently pooled into the automatic voter registration.
I don't have a lot of confidence in the Secretary of State's office right now.
In a letter to House Speaker Michael Madigan, House Republicans called for oversight hearings. Secretary of State Jesse White's office said the problem is contained and under control.
We discovered an error, and we fixed it, and then we notified the State Board of Elections and the local election authorities and the individuals that were impacted.
We have to have complete confidence that our offices are doing the right thing, and that goes for the Secretary of State. He may or may not have known about this. I have no idea, but he needs to be held responsible for it. It's his operation that allowed this to happen.
Is anybody being held accountable for this error?
Well, we take it very seriously. And like I said, we fixed it as quickly as soon as it was discovered.
At this hour, still no response from Speaker Madigan's office as to whether or not he will allow investigative hearings and compel testimony from his political ally, Secretary of State Jesse White. We also know that local election authorities at the county level are working to scrub the voter rolls of those illegitimate names. Also, an important warning, if that was you, those 574 people, you should have received a letter in the mail warning you not to vote. That is still a felony. You can be charged and immediately deported. It remains unclear if the Immigration and Customs Enforcement is on this case. We don't know how many of those 574 registered to vote may have actually shown up at a ballot box to do that in 2018. Jessica?
Still a lot to unpack with this story. All right, Mark Maxwell live in Springfield for us tonight. Mark, thank you. Roughly 80% of the non-citizens who were registered to vote in Illinois were in Chicago and the surrounding counties. There were 7 people in Champaign County, 7 in Macon County, and 1 in Sangamon County.